All right, well, unions are expected to announce the outcome of a meeting held with the Competition Commission and Minister Ebrahim Patel as Clover workers remain on strike. Workers want a possible merger with Milco stopped and retrenchments halted. Let's hear more about their demands. Govan Whittles is on the story. Govan, thank you so much for joining us. What are the workers' demands? We've said that they want to stop retrenchments. Please expand on this for us.
Clover factories that's set to close in February, and those workers want the Industrial Development Corporation to buy out the company, and they say they're willing to use their pension funds, and they say that's how they'll avoid the retrenchments. That was what the meeting with Ebrahim Patel, the Minister of Trade and Industry and also Competition, was about. And later this afternoon we'll get feedback from the unions as well as the Workers' Federation, SAFTU, about the outcomes of that meeting. But right now we're here for a slightly different reason. It's the CCMA that ordered that Clover has to pay the 13th check to these workers who've been on strike since November. And Clover has since done that, eNCA, but the money that was paid ranges between 56 Rand for some workers and 100 Rand for others and 1,000 Rand for others. That's obviously not what they had been expecting. And the workers, the employees of Clover are here with me. They're members of GWUSA, the General Industry Workers Union of South Africa. Let's speak to them now about what happened and what they'll do about it. Let's begin with you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. So you're an employee of Clover.
Yes.
Just tell me how much you got for your 13th check. How much were you expecting and how much you got?
I'm Nomnikelo Ngato. I'm working at City Deep branch, Boxback. So now, last year we were surprised, Clover. We used to get our bonuses on November, but now last year we were very surprised. We got the Black Christmas because Clover didn't pay our bonuses up until we go to CCMA, where they promised that they're going to pay our bonuses. Till now we didn't get. I expect 100% of my 13th check, but I didn't get even the third of my bonus. I'm very angry with Clover.
How much did you get, ma'am?
I get paid 3,000 of my salary.
All right.
Bonus.
Let's move on, find out from more of the workers. Ma'am, what was your experience regarding the bonuses?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm disappointed because we were expecting something like the 100% of our bonuses. So Clover didn't pay that amount. So I was surprised when I got 250 Rand. It was a surprise for me. So
250 Rand?
450 Rands.
450 Rand?
Yes. So until such time we go to CCMA, we did fought, but there is nothing at all.
And the CCMA stipulated in that judgment that Clover was supposed to pay the 13th check. They didn't give the amount, though. And so you are one of the employees that also didn't get the amount you were expecting, and you went to HR. Just tell us how much you got and what your experience was.
This morning we went to HR, and then we wanted to understand why they didn't give us money, because on Friday the money went through. When I checked, it was only 3,000 Rand. And I was expecting more than 11,000 Rand. So when we asked the management here inside, HR and the branch manager, they told us that it's not their decision, it's the CEO decisions. So they've got no explanation for us. We must at least speak to our unions, then they will address this issue at the CMA again with our unions.
All right, and so what was your experience regarding what you were expecting, what you got?
So far I was supposed to get 11,500. So now I did get 3,100. So early in the morning we went inside the factory. So we did meet with the branch manager. Branch manager, when we asked what's going on with our bonuses, he said, no, everything is got controlled by CEO. So they said we must ask union guys, so official, so that you can go to ask David So and Eric Bungu about that.
All right, of course we will be reaching out to Clover to get some more information about why those amounts were stipulated as such. Let's speak to Mametlo Sebei. He's also a leader of the GWUSA union. Do you have some insight into what's going on here?
What we are having here, is an imperialist cooperation that has a contempt and colonial outlook towards the workers, towards this country and all of its institutions. This is a company that has broken the conditions imposed on it by a Competition Commission for the takeover of Clover. This is a company that is in contempt of those conditions. This is a company that is in contempt of the order of the CCMA. This is a company that has shown a complete disregard for the laws and for every institution in this country.
But how are they in contempt of the order of the CCMA?
It's clear. The CCMA said to them, you have to pay a 13th check, because in this country, you cannot withhold salaries of workers and pay others as part of, an attempt to discourage and dissuade them from participating in a protected strike. Now, the 13th check is what we get each and every year. These workers have been getting 100% 13th check, and this time around, they got close to nothing.
All right, we'll have to leave it there because we are out of time. But as you can see, this is a strike that has many developments and it continues to develop. And later this afternoon, we'll bring you the outcomes of that meeting between the workers' unions and the Trade and Industry Minister and Minister of the Competition Commission. It's back to you for now.
Thank you so much. That was eNCA senior reporter Govan Whittles.